We're doing an interview today with Client of the Month, Angela Jackson. State your full name.
Angela Jackson.
Uh-oh, see, I was right. You have a middle name?
Oh, we're official.
Yeah, we're official.
Oh, okay. Angela Nicole Jackson.
Oh, see, there you go. We have an interview with Nicole. All right? Okay. How many kids do you have?
3 that I know of.
Ages?
22, 20, and 11.
Okay. 22, 20, and 11. You had a big break in there.
I was done. That's a whole nother show, though.
Okay. Now, one of your daughters is a famous R&B singer, right?
Yes, Raven Lene.
Raven Lene?
Yes.
Okay.
And she's still up and coming, but yeah, she's making some traction now. So look her up. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. All right. Now, how long have you been a member of Ratio 1-to-1?
Oh man, it's probably been about 6 months now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as they watch this video, they're going to see the dramatic change that you made, and which was the reason that we picked you as Client of the Month because of the progression that you've made. Okay. How much total weight have you lost since you've been here?
I think about 22 pounds. About 22. So I came in at about 172, and now I'm 149.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Yeah. Now, women, y'all deal with these dress sizes. Yeah. As guys, we don't know, but you know, y'all be a 12, 18 and went down to a 1, 2. I don't. Whatever. So what you went from what size?
I went from a size 12 to a size 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty much you didn't cut your size in half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Okay. What is the most important thing that you've learned about staying in shape?
Man, I think the first thing that I didn't realize was how much of a mental shift I had to make. Okay. So I think the symptom of the mental change is the physical.
Okay, when you say mental, what do you mean? What exactly did you learn that, because I always tell people as a trainer, it's more mental than it is physical.
Right.
What mental changes have you noticed that you've made as a person?
I think I'm more regimented. You know, my diet is definitely shifted, and that was definitely a mental change that I had to make. Not picking up something whenever I, felt a little hungry, or sometimes I can be an emotional eater, so if I'm upset, I'll pick up something sweet or the things like that. So really redirecting that energy into something positive. Okay. So I would say that would be the main thing.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So do you read labels now, or?
Oh yeah,
I know
I try not to get too fixated, but definitely yes. So if I'm in the grocery store or even at home, certain things that I would use on a regular basis that now I realize, like, oh man, like I've been using this, all this time.
Now, when people start dieting or when they start eating correctly, they think it's like the worst thing ever. Was it as bad as people make it out to be, or was it just an adjustment?
For me, no. I realized that I wasn't a super bad eater. Just like you said before, reading labels and just being cognizant of the ingredients that were in certain foods. So for me, it wasn't a drastic change. The biggest thing was letting go of the sweets, and still remain the balance. I will say that from one time or another that I will eat some sweets or whatever, but there was a point where I would get up in the middle of the night and eat sweets. So I think that was the biggest adjustment for me. But other than that, as far as just making sure that I eat 3 solid meals a day at least, that just being more regimented was the biggest thing.
So a lot of people will believe that you eat less. You know what I mean? They'd be like, okay, you were eating 3 meals a day, now you eat 1. People have a funny perspective with getting in shape. They think it's so hard, it takes so long, your life is so miserable. And as a trainer, because me and Chia, we practice what we preach.
Yes, yeah.
So I don't see it as that.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when they hear it, like when they see your pictures or they hear it from you, they'll say, oh, okay, it's not too bad. But as a trainer, they'll go, oh, you just saying that because you're a trainer.
No. again, it was just a perspective shift for me, you know, and trying to realize that I'm really not missing out on anything. I used to be on blood pressure medication. I'm no longer taking that.
Oh, man, okay.
Hypothyroid medication. I'm no longer on that. So there's some huge benefits, long-term benefits. And I think, you know, we live in a society where everything is, you know, we want instant gratification.
Right.
And we don't want to really work that hard either, you know. So, you know, when people be, you know, people want to know immediately, like, oh, like, show me exactly what you did so I can do it too. And it's a personal journey, and you know, yes, this worked for me, but it may not work for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you really have to, again, it's a mind thing, and really, you know, looking in within yourself in order to make those changes.
Do you think you'll ever go back to where you were?
No. I gave all those size 12s away to never return. The other thing, I don't know about with men, but with women, you know, when we're going through that process of gaining weight, and I gained a lot of weight within the last 2 or 3 years, it kind of just like snuck up on me.
What was your reason for the weight gain? It was the eating?
I would say the eating. I was traveling a lot with my daughter, so of course, you know, we're just eating. You know, sometimes we're eating at 2 a.m. You know, so I think it was that. I think it was stress, and then stress brought about along the anxiety and the blood pressure, and then I was taking blood pressure medication. So I think it was just an accumulation of those things. But what I would do is I would gain the weight, and I would just go to the store and buy bigger clothes. You know. And that was another perspective change.
So what made you make the final decision that, first off, how did you hear about ratio?
Well, I'm a Google queen, so I just said, you know, I've done regular gyms before, whatever, and that's just not my vibe, you know. And I knew that I wanted something more personalized and more where I didn't feel like I was being watched. And
you want guys trying to hit on you all the time.
Yeah. And I wanted to make sure that I was doing things correctly.
Okay.
You know. So I just started Googling, like, I'm like, there gotta be some personal trainers near me or whatever. So that's literally what I did. And I it was only maybe about 3 or 4, and you guys are the first ones that called me back. So.
What do your kids say about the new you?
Oh my gosh. Well, my 20-year-old, once I posted the before and after picture, she texted me and she said, "Dang, Mom, you skinny?" And I'm like, "Dude, you live with me." Like
I was just about to ask you, but she don't live with me.
Right. I'm like, "You literally," I know, but to see it like that, you know, it was definitely it was definitely an eye opener for her. And then my oldest, Raven, she's actually on a journey to get herself, you know, into shape, because she gained some COVID weight.
Okay.
So, and then she's preparing to release an album. So she's been working and working and working, and she was just like, "Man, Mom," she was like, you're inspiring me, you know, to keep pushing. I said, "Definitely," you know. So they definitely, probably, my 2 oldest have never seen me, or the last time they saw me like this, they were babies.
Okay.
So. So yes.
Okay, that's good. So Mom is motivating the kids.
Yes.
That's the way it should be.
It should be, yeah. So it's all around. It's just a great experience from the beginning to where we are now. So
what's your next goals physically? Like where are you going now, or are you happy with where you are?
Weight-wise, I think I'm happy where I am. So I think Chie and I are going to start working on, you know, toning and, you know, gaining that strength, because I'm still weak.
Really?
So definitely working on, you know, toning up and trying to, you know, get those muscles strengthened. So yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, yeah. So what do you think of Chie as a trainer?
Chie as a trainer.
I be telling people she'll fool y'all with the smile and the nice look, but there's a whole nother beast under there.
Yes, that's it. And then I also will say, to add to that, and I think Wednesday when we were training, she's been pushing me a little bit harder, you know, whatever, or a lot of bit harder. And I did one weightlifting machine back there, and afterwards I looked at her and I said, "I'm glad you believe in me, because I don't." So So to say, I mean, we laughed or whatever, but she sees something that I don't even see in myself yet, you know,
Well,
and that matters.
I think as a trainer, when you see a client that's so dedicated to what they're doing, then you know that they have that, and then it's just a matter of you leading. I always say all trainers are not created equal. Some they ain't got it all.
Right.
But what she does is that, okay, if you push yourself to level 1, level 2, we could push her to 3, 4, 5. You'd be like, but but yeah. So she
But she's amazing. She really is.
And a lot of clients, they talk about, you know, they all say, man, what Angela been doing? This is what we tell her to do.
I listen. Like, you know, some of the other people in here that come and train, they always say, coming up to me like, Angie, what did you do? You know, I want to follow exactly what you did. I'm just like, I just did what they told me to do. Like, I promise you, there was no magic. There was nothing secret I did outside of here or whatever. I just followed the rules. That's all.
So how many days a week do you come train?
3.
3 days a week?
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Okay, about an hour. Well, we tell everybody an hour. We don't know.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half.
It's never out. Like, people be like, I've been here for an hour. I'm like, oh, you really believe that when we tell you that?
Yeah, I don't look at the clock. I don't look at. When I first started, I would kind of glance at the clock like, I'm supposed to be gone, and I'm like, you know what? This is all good. So yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a little nice short interview.
Okay.
If you want to say anything to anybody,
keep pushing. If you're interested in a new way of living, I definitely suggest that you hit up Ratio 1-to-1.
All right, and so every month we'll include a client of the month. This is our February client of the month. We'll have a different client in March, and we're gonna post them, give them a little publicity on the podcast. Our clients don't realize, and this is what I tell all my clients as well as kids, y'all motivate us.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it makes us want to be better trainers. I'm broke because I want to move to a better facility.
But it's amazing.
It is much better than the other place. But it's, you know, our clients motivate us. We want to be the best that we could possibly be in terms of atmosphere, gym, progress, training, nutrition, you know, people being comfortable. You mentioned that was one of the words that you mentioned, comfortability. So we definitely want to make sure that that's what we always bring to Ratio, and that's what has made us different, and that's why we've been in business so long.
Awesome.
So until next week, you know, we'll do another podcast, and next month we'll have another client of the month. So until that time, me and Angela Jackson, Nicole, we're out of here.